HANOOLAATO Waa barnaamij aan uga hadalno isbadalka nolosha bulshada Soomaalida, saamaynta go'aanada siyaasadda iyo arrimaha bini'aadanimada. Ka qaybgal oo rayigaaga ku biiri HANOOLAATO.
Then you can all come across here and have a group photo as well, because I know a lot of people would love to have one. Can I invite Ruth Cadbury to say a few words?
Okay, well, thank you very much for inviting me today. Assalamu alaikum. I'm a new MP. I was elected in May last year. Should I stand up? And then
I think it will be better
over the
these two gentlemen.
I was elected in May last year, and I represent the constituency that starts at Hounslow Heath. Hounslow goes through Isleworth, Brentford and Chiswick. I've been a Hounslow councillor for many years before last May. So I know some people, and particularly Mustafa, from the Alpha Khan Mosque in Lambton, and some of the sisters there as well, in Lambton Road in Hounslow, so the Alpha Khan Mosque. And so as a result of those friends, I was invited by the community, Ogaden community, to your community centre in Southall. And that, to be honest, is the first I knew about the Ogaden. I'm embarrassed to say that before that lovely afternoon, and thank you so much, I didn't know, I'd never heard of the Ogaden, I didn't know where it was, and I certainly didn't know of the appalling human rights violations that have been going on in your country. And it made me realise and made me far more aware of what Ethiopia is doing, and it is getting worse, and it has been escalating in recent months and weeks. And so I've resolved to see what I can do, and particularly I think the key bit of leverage I think we have, but I say I am not an expert on human rights or foreign policy, so I'm happy to be advised. But Ethiopia is the second biggest recipient of UK aid money.
Very true.
And if there is any leverage at all, I believe that may be something we can do something about. So, so long as I'm not stepping any toes or causing more problems, I'm happy to submit questions or whatever in Parliament. And on the demo that you had outside in Parliament a couple of weeks ago, I have your book. Mustafa and colleagues gave me your book, and I will promise to read it when I get a chance. And get myself far more absorbed in what is, frankly, a shocking and appalling situation, particularly what has happened to women in Ogaden, and the use of sexual violence as a weapon of oppression is just so shocking, and so just such a breach of international human rights. It's just unbearable. I don't know whether you expected me to answer the question. Freedom fighters, terrorism, terrorists. It's a use of language. Obviously, it depends who you are and what position of power you're speaking that you use the term. Not that I would want Daesh to ever get into power, into a proper state situation. But let's remember that people who have in the past been called terrorists have come to power even in parts of the UK. So that there are possibilities, and one never should rule the doors. I mean, I wasn't here at the early discussion, so I don't know. I need to be careful because I wasn't here for the context of the discussion. But thank you very much. It's really good to welcome you to Parliament, and no doubt we'll meet again. Thank you.
Ka qaybgal oo rayigaaga ku biiri HANOOLAATO. Si aad u hesho muuqaallo cusub, fadlan subscriber noqo. Si aan u ogaano tusmooyinka aad ka heshay, like saar ama share leh oo si fudud ula wadaag saaxiibadaada baraha xiriirka bulshada. Wixii talo ama tusaale ah, fadlan ha naga bakhaylin ee hoos noogu dhaaf. Mahadsanid.